demolish or repolish? A look inside the problem that is the old Astoria Hotel downtown. Plus, rising gun violence in a short-staffed department. Duluth's police chief announces changes to address both problems. And not your average garden. What makes this small plot of land in Spirit Valley so special?
From KBJR 6, your weather authority, this is the KBJR 6 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Dan Wolf. Thanks for joining us. The old Astoria Hotel building has sat in downtown Duluth for a century. But after dozens of owners, a fire, and years of wear and tear, current owners say the building is in bad shape and should just be torn down. Not everyone agrees. Today, KBJR 6's Quinn Gorham got an exclusive tour of the building to see what's inside.
The brick is all charred. These windows have been boarded up since the fire in 1929.
In the dimly lit third floor of the old Astoria Hotel, Ann Stratiotti carefully navigated the charred floorboards.
But you can see that the floor has been burnt as well. I don't know how far back this floor goes that has charring.
The scars from a fire that happened almost a century ago are still present on the building's interior, and they're just one symptom of what Stratiotti calls a much broader problem. Since ZMC Hotels purchased the building in 2017, Stratiotti says it's been an uphill battle to keep structural damage at bay.
If you walk through and you walk around the building and look at it closely, you can see that there's a significant amount of stuff that would need repairs or need to be replaced.
ZMC made their intentions clear to demolish the building when they bought it, but last summer, 2 sewer breaks forced them to move up that timeline.
We knew we wanted to demolish the building someday. We hadn't intended for it to be today.
To repair the building's exterior structural damage, it would cost upwards of $2 million. And that doesn't include restoration work on the interior. She says they might never see a return on investment on that money, so they instead opted for demolition.
We have taken out all the hazardous material. We've taken out all the mercury, asbestos, anything that cannot be part of a demolition process. And we are continuing to file for some additional permits.
Stratiotti says she respects Duluth's history, but she doesn't think the building in its current state serves that legacy justice.
That the buildings that are here on the rest of the block are absolutely lovely buildings. They've got beautiful architecture, they've got good purpose. This building does not belong. It does not have good purpose, and it does not have beautiful architecture anymore. It is falling apart.
Stratiotti already presented to the Duluth Heritage Preservation Commission, but talks stalled as the commission requested a total cost to completely restore the building. The next meeting is scheduled for July 11th. We're going to have updates on what comes out of that meeting when it happens. We reached out to the committee today, but didn't hear back by news time. Let's talk some weather now with Chief Meteorologist Adam Lorch. A beautiful day out there has turned into a beautiful evening around here.
Super nice night out there.
Yeah.
I mean, Lake Superior is almost like glass right now, and temperatures are perfect. I saw a ton of people just hanging around outside and enjoying the beautiful night. So hopefully you're doing the same after this show, though, but you're watching now. We got temperatures sitting in the 50s and 60s. Mostly clear skies, a couple of clouds here and there. Very quiet, very calm conditions. Here in Canal Park, it's 70 degrees. We do have a light wind out of the south, dew point sitting in the upper 50s, so fairly mild as far as humidity goes. As we head into tomorrow, expecting another beautiful day, but there is a catch. We are going to be seeing a chance of some scattered showers and some isolated thunderstorms as we head into tomorrow afternoon and into the early evening. There is a chance that we could see a severe storm or two out of that as well, and I'll talk some more about that in a bit. It will be warmer tomorrow as well. We're looking at 86 degrees for a high temperature and winds out of the south and west, 10 to 15, gusting up to maybe 25 miles per hour at times. I'll take a closer look at that extended forecast, talk more about that threat of some strong storms tomorrow and even on Friday coming up just a little bit.
Okay, thank you, Adam.
Yep.
Well, we are following breaking news right now in Canal Park. This is a live look at what's still a very large police and medical presence right in front of the old Chicago there on South Lake Avenue. Officers, as you can see, have blocked off South Lake Avenue. They've done so for about 25 minutes now. It's not clear exactly what happened. We did see someone be loaded into an ambulance over there. Our crews are also meeting for an update with police right now in the Red Lobster parking lot nearby, getting an update on exactly what happened. We expect to learn some details here in just the next few minutes. As soon as we do, We'll pass those along to you. But once again, a breaking situation here in Canal Park. A large police presence, South Lake Avenue, closed to through traffic. We'll give you an update in just a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, Duluth police are ramping up efforts to prevent gun violence after an uptick in shootings in recent weeks. KBJR 6's Nora McEwen was at Chief Mike Tuskin's news conference today, learning about changes being made by the department.
Duluth's Police Chief Mike Tuskin says in the average year, his officers respond to around 20 shootings. Now, only halfway through 2022, they've already hit that number.
We've had 20 shooting incidents. 6 alone in June, 7 in April.
6 of this year's incidents have been accidental shootings.
People are getting hurt. We're having rounds going off accidentally.
But Tuskin says they're also seeing more crimes involving guns. This weekend in the Hillside neighborhood, he says a shot was fired after a fight on a DTA bus. And in Lincoln Park, gunfire was heard as a car sped away.
Many times people who shouldn't have guns, prohibited, are getting guns, and they're getting guns because oftentimes they are stolen from people who are law-abiding citizens.
St. Louis County Attorney Kimberly Mackey says they will be vigorously prosecuting cases involving firearms.
Part of that aggressive stance is that we generally don't negotiate or offer plea agreements on gun charges, and we won't agree to departures from the sentencing guidelines for firearm crimes.
Tuskin asks gun owners to be proactive in keeping their guns locked away and stored safely, never leaving a gun in a car or somewhere they can be easily accessed if your home or business is broken into.
We're not waiting for shootings to happen.
Chief Tuskin says any member of the community can help by coming forward with information. As for that big staffing shortage we referenced, the department's down 22 officers. That's led them to rethink how they respond to certain calls. Here's some changes being made right now. If you're involved in a crash without injuries, an officer will still show up to make sure everyone has insurance, a valid license, and check for wrongdoing. But it'll now be up to you to exchange insurance information with help from an accident card the officer will give you. Tuskin says responding to crashes can take up to an hour. He expects this change will help improve efficiency for when you need them most.
Most important response that we have of all the things that we do is to be responders to 911 calls for service. If there's nothing else that we do, we have to be ready to be able to respond in a timely manner to people who are calling for our help.
A few other time-saving tactics. The DPD has doubled its community service officer count. Those are students or recent grads who handle minor reports and data collection. They're encouraging people to go online to report crimes that don't have a suspect or aren't happening in the moment. Tuskin says they're in the middle of interviewing 21 applicants right now. He hopes to hire about 10 or 12 of them who fit the department's standards. Now, the Duluth Police Union responded to today's news conference in a Facebook post. Union leaders say patrol officers are now also being held over 2 hours for each 10-hour shift they work, making it a 12-hour day through the end of the year. And they say that comes after previous schedule changes that reduced days off and increased shifts. Moose Lake nurses say they too plan to picket if Essentia Health doesn't offer them a fair contract. The Minnesota Nurses Association says their members have been working without a contract ever since Essentia bought the facility 2 years ago. Right now, Moose Lake nurses say they're fighting for clarity in shift scheduling, but eventually they also need to discuss wages. Off-duty Moose Lake nurses plan to picket next Tuesday. This is not a strike. Hospital operations won't be affected. In a statement today, Essentia reps say they are focused on the issues at the bargaining table since that's where solutions are found. Just yesterday, MNA nurses in the Twin Ports also began an informational picket, and they continue their contract negotiations with both Essentia and St. Luke's. Minnesota's governor has another plan to put money back in your pocket. Governor Walz announced a proposal today to send half the state's $9 billion surplus to Minnesotans in the form of direct checks. Walz wants to spend the other half on education, public safety, child care, and nursing homes. Under the governor's plan, single residents earning less than $164,000 a year would get a $1,000 check. A married couple making less than $273,000 would get $2,000. Walz says this would make a huge difference for folks dealing with inflation.
Just ask anybody on the street, go to a gas pump especially, and ask them, do you think Minnesota should use their surplus to give back $2,000 to help you pay for this? I'm pretty sure that poll's around 90%. The only thing that is holding us up now is Republicans' ability to say that. We're going to be able to move it.
Wall's plan is actually more money than he originally proposed sending to Minnesotans in January. It's part of why Republicans oppose it. They call this an election year stunt and want tax cuts instead.
What Minnesotans really need is long-term permanent tax relief. We need to leave money in the pockets of Minnesotans, put money back into the pockets of Minnesotans permanently, not just one time. And that's where the governor's plan is flawed.
Walz is calling for a special session to pass this proposal. Republicans have yet to agree to one. Wisconsin's special session lasted 14 seconds today as Republican lawmakers rejected an abortion ban repeal. Governor Evers called the special session to repeal the state's dormant abortion law. The 1849 ruling bans abortions except to save the mother's life. That law would take effect if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. That decision is expected by Friday. We don't know when the Wisconsin Assembly will come to the floor for a special session, but without the Senate, nothing can happen. Still to come, a one-of-a-kind Duluth garden meant for health and learning.
Duluth hit a high of 76 degrees today, average high is 74 for this time of the year, so we were in the ballpark for our high temperature and our low temperature. No rain for today, and our monthly total sitting at 2.3 inches, but still about 3/4 of an inch shy of average. I'll have a look at that full forecast, let you know about some more rain chances coming up this week after the break.
All right, we just got an update on what's happening right now in Canal Park. As you can see, a very large police presence there. South Lake Avenue, for the most part, is closed off. We just learned from police about 9:30 tonight, reports of a shooting in Canal Park close to Green Mill, and that is where that scene is that you see. Officers arrived to find someone with a gunshot wound to their lower leg. Apparently, the victim and the suspect know each other. Police believe they know who the suspect is. They're following leads to find and arrest that person right now. An ongoing situation, an investigation. In my time here in Duluth, I don't believe there has been a shooting in Canal Park, but we just did that story earlier tonight. There have already been 20 shootings in Duluth this year that police have responded to. That's the typical average for an entire year. This would be now the 21st shooting in Duluth this year, right in the heart of Canal Park, right on South Lake Avenue, right down the street from our TV station. It sounds like non-life-threatening injuries, but a man shot in his lower leg, and police looking for leads right now. They believe they know who that suspect is, and they're looking to make an arrest here soon. We'll bring you more updates as we learn more on that situation in Canal Park. That now shooting, we've confirmed it is a shooting. We'll bring you updates in just a few minutes. Also tonight, a labor of love in Duluth and on an outdoor project meant for young moms down on their luck. KBJR 6's Jamie Paquette takes us to a special one-of-a-kind garden.
It's been a really good day. We've gotten a lot of work done today.
On the United Way's annual Day of Caring, a group with green thumbs got to work in Spirit Valley, helping the Young Mothers program regrow its community garden.
I feel like young moms can be forgotten sometimes, and they need lots of support from the community.
The Young Mothers program is open to women 16 to 21 years old who have one child or expecting. The program educates young moms and helps them with everyday life, including gardening.
Provide some extra labor and have fun.
Kathy Johnson is an intern master gardener, volunteering her time to help people through planting, and the revitalization of this old garden could teach valuable lessons to the women who eventually use it.
We can all collectively come out here and maintain and grow and harvest and continue to build community here, build memories here, build a life all its own that creates its own culture here in the garden.
They have planted seeds to grow salad ingredients and other healthy foods. Hard work today that could lead to a self-sustaining tomorrow.
It takes a community, and we don't just do this by ourselves.
To learn more about the program and organization, we have a link at kbjr6.com.
Pretty quiet conditions as we head into the overnight. Clear skies across the region, nothing showing up on radar here for the moment, and really shouldn't see a whole lot here tonight. We do have a cold front off to our north. High pressure still in place though tonight, bringing us those clear skies and calmer winds into tomorrow. Some warm air begins to push its way in. That's going to bring in some extra clouds and a chance of some scattered showers, maybe even some isolated thunderstorms all the way through the early evening. And there is a chance that we could see some severe storms. This model isn't really picking up on it too well, but some scattered stronger severe storms across north central and northeastern Minnesota, even into far northwest Wisconsin, will be possible. The threat is small, but it's there. And I'll show you that in a lot more detail in just a sec. Clear skies, though, tomorrow night. Should be seeing another big system develop off to our northwest as we head into Friday. Again, still pulling in quite a bit of warm air, so a warm end to the week. Then we've got a good line of thunderstorms developing to our west, and those are going to move in late Friday night. And those two do have the potential of bringing some severe storms into our region, but it looks like as these storms move east, they'll have a lesser chance of becoming severe as they enter into our region. That said, there's still a chance of some severe storms even on Friday. But for Thursday, so tomorrow afternoon and evening, the best chances in the dark green shaded areas, it's just a marginal risk, so 1 out of 5 on the SPC scale. So basically an isolated severe thunderstorm is possible. Could see some damaging winds and some large hail with some of those cells. Right now we're sitting in the 50s and 60s, so very comfortable out there. Dew points sitting in the mid to upper 50s. As we head through the rest of this week, we will see dew points on the rise. Should be seeing dew points right around 60 degrees as we head into tomorrow and Friday, and then taking a big dip from there, especially into Sunday and early next week. So talking low humidity into the beginning of next week, as well as some pretty mild temperatures. But you'll definitely notice the humidity over the course of the next couple of days. 93 in Minneapolis tomorrow, 91 for Eau Claire, 95 for Marshall, 92 for La Crosse. So a lot of heat moving back into the upper Midwest as we head into tomorrow. Apologize for all of the light flashes going on in the background. Dan just did report some breaking news down here in Canal Park. I'm sure he'll have another update for you in just a sec. But for Canal Park tomorrow, will be warm. We'll see winds out of the southwest, 10 to 15, even gusting upwards of 20 or 25 miles per hour. And again, do have that chance of some isolated severe storms as we head into the afternoon and evening. Friday and Saturday, we'll see some more scattered showers and thunderstorms. More rain showers, though, for Saturday, and they will be pretty expansive across a region. So you'll see in that regional forecast, pretty much everybody has a good chance of seeing widespread rain showers. And then Friday, just some scattered thunderstorms moving through late in the day and into the evening hours. Here's a look at that extended forecast. We will be seeing cooler temperatures on Sunday. Be kind of a cloudy, windy day. Slight chance of showers, but a nice mild start to the week. Don't forget, it is KBJR 6 is teaming up with Memorial Blood Center early next week, Monday and Tuesday, located at Clyde Ironwork for a 2-day blood drive. You guys have done such an awesome job at coming in for those 1-day blood drives that we are now making it a 2-day event. So sign up at Memorial Blood Center's website.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. Looking forward to it next week. Thank you, Adam. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We want to give you an update on the breaking news we're following right now in Canal Park. There has been a shooting on South Lake Avenue right down the street from our station in front of the Old Chicago, the Green Mill, that part of Canal Park. KBJR 6's Nora McEwen is out there for us live right now. Nora, what are you seeing? Do you have an update on what's going on?
Okay, Dan, yeah, we just heard from police here. As you can see, at 9:30 p.m. down in Canal Park, they were called for a shooting. We don't know much at the moment, but they say one individual was shot in the leg. Right now, there are just kind of people who are leaving bars, fleeing the scene. There's been a few people who have come up to me, you know, on the street saying they're a little shaken up by everything, obviously happening right in our own backyard here. It is a little overwhelming, but yeah, we don't have that much more information at this time. We will keep you updated as it becomes available.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Nora. We'll get back out there for an update in just a couple of minutes. Non-life-threatening injuries, and again, we'll keep folks updated on what's going on. We do want to talk sports here. What a night for Duluth FC, Matt Halverson.
Yeah, really probably an underappreciated story from this summer is how well they've been playing soccer over there.
Yeah.
Duluth FC, we have highlights from their game tonight down near the cities, plus Wisconsin's ruling on a high school basketball shot clock. So far, so good for Duluth FC through their first 8 games of the season. They're 7-1 and in second place in the North Division standings. They were down by the cities tonight taking on the Minnesota Twin Stars FC in Spring Lake Park. Stayed scoreless through the first 28 minutes. Then the Blue Greens took control off the corner. Blake Perry chips one past the keeper. It is 1-0 Duluth just like that. And then right before halftime, Duluth would get another corner. Twin Stars fail to clear, and they pay for it. Point-blank range Felipe Arteaga, and it only escalated from there in the second half, just 5 minutes into it. Twin Stars turn it over in their own box. Duluth is awarded a foul. And then Santiago Erazo on the mark for Duluth. Keeper pushes it into the bar, but comes right back to him. Duluth pours it on in the second half for a dominant 6-0 win on the road. To the Diamond, the Huskies looking to avenge last night's loss to the Loggers down in La Crosse Copeland Park. And unlike last night, it was a great start for Duluth. The freshman out of Georgia Tech, Christian Campbell, double for the first run of the ball game. Duluth feeling a little bit of confidence finally, and then the runs just kept coming from there. Jonathan Bastine, infield single, makes it 5-0 in the second, and the Huskies get a much-needed win, 9-1. They are back now above the 500 mark. Well, local hockey fans will remember the Greenway Raiders of 2019, the team that stunned Hermantown in the section finals and put together a Cinderella run to the state championship game. Well, now, just a few years later, one of the stars from that team is committed to play D1 college hockey. Bovey, Minnesota native Ben Trumbley announced on Twitter that he'll be taking his talents to the University of Augustana as the Vikings prepare for their inaugural season in 2023. Trumbley has spent the past 2 seasons playing junior hockey with the Bismarck Bobcats in the NAHL. In 45 games this season, he had 33 points. 11 of those were goals. Well, this past winter, the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors voted to implement a shot clock for high school basketball games starting in 2023. Wisconsin could have potentially followed suit this summer with a non-conference shot clock on the table ahead of their Board of Control meeting. Well, that's not going to be happening anytime soon because the WIAA's new advisory council voted down the shot clock 13-1 before it could even get to the board for discussion. So coaches will not be able to agree to use a shot clock for non-conference games. They're going to move forward without it. So based on that 13-1 vote, I don't think we're seeing a shot clock anytime soon in Wisconsin.
Decisive vote.
Very.
For sure. All right. Thank you, Matt. When we come back, an update on the shooting in Canal Park. All right, another update for you on the breaking situation here in Canal Park. Police confirm there has been a shooting on South Lake Avenue. That's kind of down by Old Chicago Green Mill area, just down from our TV station. We're told a man was shot in his lower leg. He has been taken to the hospital with what sounds like non-life-threatening injuries, but another angle of the scene there for you. No arrest had been made yet, but they believe the victim and the shooter know each other and they know who they're looking for. That's what police say. We'll keep you updated online overnight at KBJR6.com. Look for updates tomorrow morning right here on KBJR 6 today. And you've got a final look at the forecast.
Really quick look at that 7-day again here for you. We are going to be seeing some chances of showers and thunderstorms Thursday and Friday. Some of those could be severe, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Otherwise, just some regular rain on Saturday.
All right, Jimmy Fallon's coming up next. Have a good night.